Are you ready for this week's lick? There it is, it's called Demonstration Now. Cool, so there you go. That is your lick. It's well, I don't know, how would you describe it? I don't know. It's a linking lick, one of those things. It's purely pentatonics, always nice, and it's kind of like a linear pentatonic thing. So where you're stretching from one pentatonic into the next using either one string or two strings, and that is it. So most of the time, people kind of use just like the top two strings, top three strings of the pentatonics, and go at diagonal. Very rarely do people learn how to sort of run across all the pentatonics, going across in sort of like just using like two strings, as I just said. So with this lick, it's kind of demonstrating linking those pentatonics with just two strings, using the D string and the G string. So it's one of those things where you can just learn a different way of moving from one pentatonic into the next. So even if you don't use the lick itself, you can sort of learn that idea of linking between the licks on strings that you may not normally think of using. So there we go. So not diagonal, not on the first two strings, but on strings 3 and 4, the D and the G. Patreon. Please come and support me on that. It's only $1 a month, which is around about 73, 76, something like that pence per month, and that helps support this channel. I know I keep asking, but I have to, because obviously it's all about sort of keeping this channel afloat. So apologies if anyone gets offended by me asking for that kind of stuff. If you want the tab, you can go to guitarjammingtracks.com and you can find it under lessons and downloads and then licks. There you go. So go ahead, download the sheet. Come back when you've downloaded it if you haven't already, and we'll have that breakdown coming up right now. Yo! Right, okay, so it's fairly straightforward in the sense if you know your pentatonics, you should be able to pinpoint where your fingers are going to go. So starting off with, it's all on, basically until we get to the end, it's all on the D and the G strings, so that's that 4th and the 3rd strings. Now, you've got a hammer on to start off with. Let me get my sheet out, so otherwise I'll forget where I'm hammering on and not hammering on. So you've got a hammer on 5 to 7 on that D string. And then it's 5/7 on the 3rd string, the G. This time pick it, hammer it if you want to, but pick it is on the sheet. So you've got there, crossing over to the 4th string, 7th fret, back to the 5th fret on that 3rd string. Then you've got a 5 to 10 slide. Then it's 7/9 on the 3rd string. To 10 on the 4th, 7 on the 3rd, and then again another one of those slides where it's 10 to 12 this time, so on the 4th string. To the 3rd string, 9 and 12, back to the 4th for a single 12, back to the 3rd for a 9, and again a slide, 12 to 14 this time, taking us into shape 4 of the pentatonics. And then it's 12, that's 12 to 14, did I say that? I think I did. It's 12 to 14 slide. Then you've got 12/14 on the 3rd string, to 14 on the 4th, to 12 on the 3rd, then it's 14/17 slide, this is taking us into shape 5, and then it's 14/17 on the 3rd string, 17 on the 4th, 14 on the 3rd, 17 to 19 slide, back to shape 1, but this time up the octave. And then it's 17/9 on the 3rd string, to 19, sorry, not 17/9, it's 17/19 to 19 on the 4th string, and then it's 17/19 hammer on the 3rd string, 17 on the 2nd string, then the 20 on the 2nd string, 19 on the third, 17, 20 hammer on the second string, and you're going to pick 17 and 20 on the first string, 20 on the second, 17 on the first, 20 pull off to 17 on the second, 19 on the third. You could, if you wanted to, add in a little bend with that. Then it's 17, 20 and then a bend with vibrato and out. Let's play it slow for you. So 3 and 4 and... You've done it once again, you're stuck with it. Hopefully this lick's going to be one of those licks where you kind of use in your own way. You don't have to play it the way which I've played it, it's entirely your choice. But it's there for that sort of like idea of breaking it up using the little snippets of it. So Patreon is /Dan's page. The Guitar Jamming Tracks website is the one I just said with the .com at the end. It's links all up and down, and the jamming track also linked below. I'll bid you farewell for week 197 coming up. I've been doing this nearly 4 years. It is 4 years. We missed, give or take a few weeks actually, where I missed a few. But 4 years of licks every single week. It's not bad, is it really? So keeping you afloat, hopefully, which is always good. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you next week for week 197. Laters, everyone.